That, and also there are more people out there to see them. Okay, but one of the things in the U.S., for example, the worst loss of life to tornadoes in the U.S. was in 1905.
I know.
254 people died.
Look, that's why all these farmhouses in Texas and Kansas and Oklahoma and Illinois have got storm shelters in them.
Exactly. But as I said, this idea that they can present to you that normal change is not normal, and therefore if it's not normal, that automatically equates to, oh, well, it must be something that humans are doing. All right, and this is the common denominator. Oh, it's always got to be the blame of humans. And you see Osama bin Laden say, oh, it's the Americans causing global warming. Okay, every time you look at any of these things, it always comes back to it's something that humans are doing that are causing these natural changes.
But, I mean, look how ridiculous that is. AP says we don't even know if this is bin Laden, but the news is saying it's him. They might as well have the Cheshire Cat say it.
Well, you know, I was on a radio program a few years ago, and afterwards they showed me on the computer, they played my voice. Now, voice recognition and the computer printing that out is old hat. There's nothing new. But then they could take individual letters out of the words I had spoken, make up new words, and the computer would say that in my voice. And electronically, you wouldn't know that wasn't me. And there's a lawsuit, I believe it's still in the courts now, where they want to produce Elvis singing songs he never sang in his lifetime. And by taking individual notes out of it.
Exactly. They could fake video, audio, but they were so lazy they didn't even do that. Quickly,
so
some more.
There's no way of knowing that I think Osama bin Laden was dead. He's got liver. He's on dialysis. I don't. You know, and $25 million award. You haven't heard a word about anybody trying to get that.
Now, Dr. Ball, we're going to come back in the final segment, and I want to go over a few of these other questions, like how much of an increase in taxes to middle-class people due to the global warming hoax? And you can answer that as a Canadian. Also, we got another question. Can you get into how a mild warming is good for farms and how cooling cycles are the abnormality in real change? I don't know if that's the case. I think change is the constant. And a few other questions for Dr. Tim Ball on the other side of this quick break. PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com. We're very honored to have Dr. Ball with us today. Fall of the Republic. Dr. Tim Ball's in it. Most powerful film ever made. Available at Infowars.com. Get the DVD today. Got free T-shirt and video deals up there on the site. Got a few final questions for Dr. Tim Ball. In the last minute of the show, cue it up to Kramer talking about the Illuminati. We have all these shows talking about the Illuminati, the New World Order. Bloomberg comes out and says secret cabal of bankers run the planet. That's on Infowars.com. The Kramer clip's up there. It's insane. Dr. Tim Ball, why do you think they're just coming out with everything now and just throwing it in our face?
Well, in the sense of BS baffles brains, I guess. You know, if you throw enough information out there, people get so confused they tend to turn off from it. And that's been one of the issues with the whole climate issue. Because, for example, Alex, I would not participate in debates. Not that I was afraid of a debate, but if I debated with a Greenpeace person, it was all about emotion and pointing fingers and not caring and all that rubbish. But if I debated with a scientist, then it was completely over people's heads. And one of the problems with this whole climate issue is people say, look, I'm lost here. I'm so confused, and I'm hearing this on one side and that on the other side, and I don't know enough.
Well, bottom line, we've caught these people in fraud. It's over. Yep. Dismantle it. Don't let them pass it and us anywhere else. This question about increased taxes on the middle class. We know $200 billion in the last 20 years has been spent in the U.S. alone pushing this propaganda.
Well, of course, anything that puts a tax on energy is going to be the perfect vehicle for a politician to grab taxes. I mean, I look at it, we talked earlier about the 3% carbon tax that was put on here in British Columbia, and it was generating huge amounts of revenue because it isn't just on the energy, the production of the energy and distribution of it, and at your gas pump, where so much of it goes to taxes, but that then passes down into every single thing that's produced. It is completely pervasive throughout the whole production part of the society.
And then they want to sell derivatives that are taxpayer-backed for the bankers. Last question here. I got a question here saying, isn't mild warming good for the Earth?
I got the most vicious attacks when I wrote an article saying, look, there are some positive things about warming. The idea that warming is only negative has been one of the biases that they've pushed. Cooling is the greater threat, and we've seen this historically. The Little Ice Age back in the 16th and 17th century, and look at the conditions during the American War of Independence and what Washington faced, and food production. Absolutely, cooling is a much greater threat, and yet we're preparing totally for warming, and it's just ludicrous.
Dr. Tim Bohl, we're out of time. Have a great weekend. Thank you for your tireless fight in the face of all their intimidation and threats. You've been proven right. God bless you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Alex.
Take care. He writes for Canadian Free Press and other great publications. Just Google Dr. Tim Bohl. All right.